Hello there, people. Wow, can't believe I spent 10 minutes planning what I was going to say, and that's what I said. But welcome, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/white people Twitter. Because why not? And also, I didn't know what we were going to look at, but I saw it on the front page, and I was like, oh, well, that's what we're looking at today. So that's what we're looking at today. I should have opened my curtains before I started, but you know what? We're good. We'll read this. Ugh. The South. 99 years is the amount of prison time a doctor in Alabama will receive if they perform an abortion. 6 months is the amount of prison time you will receive if you essay an unconscious girl next to a dumpster. Oh. We don't even most people don't live to 99 years old in the first place. And second, what the heck? One of those is definitely way worse than the other. Deranged stuff. BFF had 5 kids over 5 years. She wanted a tube ligation after her 5th. Her request had to be signed by hubby and approved by the hospital board. Denied because she wasn't 30. Within a week, hubby had a vasectomy. She didn't have to approve. When women talk about choice, it's more than just abortions. Yes, I was talking about this with some friends the other day, about how ridiculous it is. You should not need your husband's approval to, not have children anymore. Like, you can go into the doctors and be like, oh yeah, I'll donate blood, and they'll take the blood, no questions asked, right? But, suddenly, you want to just give up your ability to have children, and oh no, how dare you? But then also you're not allowed to have an abortion, your birth control is super limited and costs a ton of money for no reason, and it's ridiculous. Let people not have kids. Kids are horrifying. Let alone having your own kids come out of your body. You keep them in there for like 10 months, and then they pop out, and now you have to take care of them for 18 years at least. And your job doesn't even end at 18, because you're still their parents until you or them die. Like, you're their parents forever. It's fun watching side business culture burn. Seems like a lot of you are having really bad Airbnb experiences. I'll let you in on a little secret. Hotels are incredible. Clean towels on demand, your bed made for you daily, no messaging back and forth with the guy who keeps vaguely threatening you and assigning you chores. Yeah, I agree, but hotels are kind of gross, but I mean, Airbnbs are probably kind of gross too, but I just don't like leaving my room. I stay in here. There's a bed right there. My computer's right there. I have musical instruments in here. I have all the sheet music I could possibly want, except the ones that went missing, and I'm not quite sure where I put them. I will find them eventually. They're somewhere. Probably in my wardrobe right here. But, yeah, I have everything I could ever need right in this room, except food and water. And a bathroom. But that's just like a couple steps down the hall, so it's like not a big deal, right? I mean, the water and the bathroom, but the food's downstairs. I should think about that one. I should put some food in here. Well, if I get hungry, I'll just eat the mattress, right? How did I even go off on that tangent? What? Okay. Basics of billionaires. What the F? Why is Mark... Oh, not that name again. Cuban? Lowering drug prices and not blasting himself into space or tweeting out narcissistic bull stuff. Doesn't he know how to be a billionaire? Yeah, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here. The one thing that kind of pissed me off about billionaires is the thing when Elon tried to convince like the mayor of a town to take down a really old bridge so he could get his yacht in the ocean. Like, just because you have the money doesn't mean you're above all else. Like, no. No. Just because you throw money at it doesn't mean it's gonna go away. Like, ouch. An undefeated subgenre of posts is tweeting to ask your local cops if something is a crime, then posting a picture of cops committing said crime when they said yes. Oh, I've seen so many of that. the cops around here aren't too bad. The drivers around here. Whew. Yes, another tangent. I should not have to worry about getting run over every time I'm just walking around outside. Like, stop your car when there's a stop sign! And we have the right of way. Pedestrians have the right of way. Just because I'm not driving to go, like, do whatever. Like, I'm not gonna drive to my exam today. I'm gonna walk. And I'm gonna walk home. Because I have legs, and I don't have a car. But that's besides the point. Yeah, when I do use the car, I always, like, end up bringing a couple of my friends home. Because I know gas is really expensive, but, like, why do my friends always insist on taking public transport when it's, like, pitch black outside and, like, I know we shouldn't have to, like, change our ways because of crime and that, but I guess it's my job. I don't know. I feel like I need to bring them home. They don't live that far away from me, so it's not like a huge deal. It's just like, hey, do you want me to drive you home? I once had to force a friend not to take the train so I could drive them home. In my defense, it was really late at night, and we were teenagers, so don't drive. Wait, don't take the train if you have other options. That's what I meant to say. Okay, how did I get onto that tangent? I don't remember. Wasn't I complaining about how cars never stop at stop signs? Yeah, stop at the friggin' stop signs! I swear I'm just gonna start, like, I don't know, taking the stop sign out of the ground and just hitting the car with it. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out, but... Ooh, water guns. Shoot people with water guns when their windows are down. That'd be pretty funny. Dear Colorado, Lauren Boebert's, predator husband got a job as a consultant with no experience for $500,000 a year? Sorry, 500,000? Jeez. Working for an oil and gas company. Now Lauren Boebert votes to benefit oil and gas companies and against lower gas prices. How is that not a bribe? Sigma driver. Lyft driver is going double the speed limit, has a check engine light on, and is blasting Slipknot 30% tip territory. Oh wait, that's good. Wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna name names, but someone I know, whenever they drive me around, go like 3 times the speed limit, and I'm like, slow down. I don't have to be there for another 20 minutes. And on this, it only says it'll take 10 minutes if you drive the right speed. Especially in the turns, you know, on the freeway when there's there's like an overpass, so like you leave the highway onto, like, you exit it kind of and take like a path to another highway. Yeah, people like going quick on that. Slow down. Like, I do not want to feel the centrical forces. Like, is that the right word? I don't know. But you know when you're spinning really fast and you're getting pulled outwards? Yeah, I shouldn't feel like my body is leaving the car. Like, my soul should stay in the car with me. Yes. Medicare would abolish private insurance. There's no pre, pres- pre precedent in American history. Oh no, not my beloved private insurance, which increases 10 to 20% every year, costs more than my mortgage did, and doesn't cover anything until I've paid $13,000 first. Yeah, it's like they're taking our money. They might as well give us free healthcare, right? Like, I love it when I break my leg, I can just walk into the emergency room and be like, hey, my bone's sticking out of my leg. Could you guys fix that for me? And then they fix it. I go home and I didn't pay a cent. It's amazing. I know it's not technically free, but, like, it's free, kind of. And I don't have to be like, oh, no, I'm gonna fix my broken leg at home. Screw that. I'm not paying $7,000 for a simple band-aid. Oh yeah. Walking down the supermarket aisle wearing my navy ball cap. No, I said that right. Navy ball cap. Guy in a MAGA hat walking the other direction towards me. Him. Thank you for your service. Me not missing a beat. Get screwed, traitor. The flabbergasted look on his face was priceless. Oh, Navy. I thought they meant in like the color or like a sports team. They mean Navy, like, military Navy. Those are the water guys, right? No, those are the Marines. What do the Navies do? Okay. Call to activism. Call me crazy, but I think treason, sedition, and in insurrection should be investigated as thoroughly as okay. Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce like 4 of those words, so we're not. It's not the government. U.S. Left government, high inflation. UK, right government, high inflation. Germany, centrist gov, high inflation. Italy, everyone in government, high inflation. Wild guess, it's not the government. Everyone in government? What does that mean? Oh! Does it mean that they all got elected? Do they have a different, like, system? I'm so glad they made Juneteenth a national holiday while also refusing to teach students why Juneteenth is a national holiday. I read about this morning, yesterday. Juneteenth, something about slavery. Yeah, no, why don't they teach us that? We sure do love restrictive diets. I love millennials so much we turned skipping breakfast into intermediate fasting. That's so creative. Please eat meals. You don't need to eat 3 a day. I usually only eat 2. But eat something, please. Something nutritious is nice. Something that will make you happy and feel good. Food is good. But also, on the other end of things, do not eat too much because otherwise your stomach will hurt, and no one likes it when their stomach hurts. If your news anchor is outraged and emotional, you aren't watching news, you're watching propaganda. Yeah, I don't watch the news. I just check the weather. Because that's all I need to know. Whether or not it's gonna rain. Okay, let's move on. Marjorie Taylor Greene said that Republicans will leave Georgia if Stacey Abrams is elected governor. Even more reason to root for Stacey Abrams to win. Yeah, sure. I need a nap. No, it's too early in the morning for a nap. What do you mean it's never too early? I've taken naps earlier than this. If you don't wake up at 6 in the morning and take a nap at 9 a.m., then are you really alive? Marjorie Taylor Greene just said that Republicans will leave Georgia in mass exodus if Stacey Abrams wins the governor's race this year. They'll move to Alabama, Tennessee, or Florida. right. Also, please don't judge my pronunciation or random hesitations I have, because I can't read. Kind of. I can, but like, not really. But like, dyslexia moment. Okay, being a server the past 3 years, I can say without a shadow of doubt. Push away the Hamilton lyrics. That the Sunday after church crowd is full of the rudest, most self-entitled, and most ignorant people to walk this earth. Oh, yeah. Can for sure agree, and I hate it. Like, for someone who preaches that, like, everyone is awesome and should be, like, kind and loving to everyone around them. Christians and Catholics and such are so, not all of them, obviously, but, like, some of them just the rudest people ever. Happy Juneteenth. States' rights to do what? States' rights to do what, mother effer? Oh! Wait, what's Antifa? Is that an organization I should know about? I've heard the word before. Did Donald Trump say something about it? I don't know. Conservative flag. Ew. Not conservative. What's the word? It's not conservative. I'm not hitting on conservative people. This flag. Ew. Bad. No. Ew. I don't remember the word. Time for some French lessons. No, don't protest government officials at their homes. They do that in France and only have universal health care, a 35-hour work week, a month of paid vacation, and some of the strongest labor unions in the Western world to show for it. Sorry if you didn't understand a word I said. Because I didn't understand a word I read. Yes, protest is what gets us more rights. It's what makes us get to be more human. You should not have to work like a... You should not have to work like someone's holding a gun to your head and forcing you to work 70,000 hours a day when there's only 24. Okay? You should have rights, you should have health care, you should have access to free health care, you should get vacation time. We had layoffs at my multinational Fortune 500 tech company recently, and one team was split in San Francisco and France. The engineers in SF called in their morning meeting, and then an hour later got a call from HR with a return shipping label for their hardware. No notice and a week of severance. The team in France, legally they had to be placed on garden leave for a month paid, and the company had to prove they weren't replacing them in the near future, and it was a legitimate downsizing in which the employees couldn't be reassigned and keep their jobs. If the company is found fraudulent at any point in the process, they have to pay the dismissed worker a year of salary. We need to start rioting like the French when they are crossed. I love that. Yes, if you are downsizing your company, I feel like work should give you like a 2-week notice for firing you, because you have to hand in your 2 weeks notice so they have time to replace you. But they should give you a 2 weeks notice for firing you so you have time to replace them. Because not everyone can just have time to do nothing. Like, some people live from paycheck to paycheck, which sucks. But, like, come on, guys. It's 2022, like... Let people have enough money to live. Happy Father's Day to the guy who cheated on the mother of his first 3 children with the mother of his 4th child, and cheated on her with the mother of his 5th child, and cheated on her with a fun time actress who he paid to shut up about it. Republican family values! Oh no. Oh, some people. Okay. People make fun of Sally Field's character in Mrs. Doubtfire for not seeing through Williams' ruse, but accusing your nanny of secretly being your ex-husband disguised as an elderly British woman is the sort of shot you don't take unless you're 100% certain. That is a weird plot, but okay. People aren't going hungry because we cannot feed the poor. People are going hungry because we cannot satisfy the rich. Okay. America in 3 acts. I will never understand how religious people can enthusiastically support a corrupt and godless man like Trump. I know you don't. Here is one reason. He appointed 3 outstanding justices to the Supreme Court. So far, these justices have demonstrated a more consistent and principled record on issues paramount to the religious-minded than justices nominated by Reagan or even the Bushes. I don't know if you know this, but they're not supposed to rule based on religious doctrine. I can't believe I still have to say this. This is not a theocracy, nor has it ever been, and your desire to turn it into one is unconstitutional and anti-American. Absolutely. Theocracy is not a good way to run a country. For those of you who don't know, theocracy is basically when the church runs the country. America and Canada I don't think have ever been a theocracy. Don't quote me on Canada. I know America has never been a theocracy. The United States of America, not like the entire continent. I think England used to be a theocracy. At one point, perhaps. Yeah, well, a lot of places, like, a long time ago were a theocracy, but, nowadays, the majority of the world is democratic or authoritarian government systems. I think there's 1 or 2 theocracies still. And that's what the Taliban is. They're a theocracy kind of group. Okay. We're gonna move on. In DC, a friend of mine was reading The Exorcist. He felt it was the most evil book he'd ever read. So evil he couldn't finish it. One weekend he threw the book into a cheap Chesapeake. Ugh. Okay, let's start that sentence again. One weekend he threw the book into Chesapeake Bay. I went to a bookstore, bought another copy, ran it underwater, put it in his desk drawer. That's so evil, but that's also something I would do. This therapist just said it's not that you're attracting toxic people. Toxic people aren't picky. They go to everyone. You let them stay is the issue that needs to be worked on. And this makes so much more sense now than that you're broken and that's why you're attracting broken people. Absolutely. You are not the problem ever. If someone is making you feel bad and if someone is hating on you, you are not the problem. They are the problem. However, you continuing to allow them in your life is a problem. Get rid of them. It'll make you so much happier. Trust me. This is the only time you can trust me. Unless I say trust me, you should not trust me. Advice from me. Happy Father's Day to my dad, who always encouraged me to follow my dreams as long as they were masculine and couldn't be interpreted as queer by anyone, especially him. I totally appreciate the crippling anxiety and constant self-doubt that you've instilled in me. Oh no. Well, it's still June, so happy queer. Be gay. Don't do crimes unless you want to, but then expect consequences for your action. And I did not encourage you to commit crimes. I am not liable for any crimes committed. Unless I did them, which probably won't be the case. Actually, there's like a 99% chance I didn't commit the crime. Actually, at a point 0.9 repeating. Yeah, no. Very unlikely. Yeah, stop making your kids feel like they have to be like, if they're a guy, make them feel like they have to be super masculine or else they're gay. That's not how it works. I have a super feminine friend who is straight, and I have a super masculine friend who's gay. So the thing really isn't if you're kind of like more feminine. I don't really know what. Well, like, I don't know. Do whatever you want. Like, as long as you're not hurting other people. Fine by me. And yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Republican plan to lower gas prices. Step 1, vote against the bill to lower gas prices. Step 2, blame Joe Biden. Step 3, repeat. A chef is just a person who will use more butter than you. I should never be allowed in a kitchen. Please tell others that take these. We expect to add more than 1K more meds over the next 12 months, if not sooner. Yeah. The Cuban guy, billionaire Mike Cuban guy, he's doing some really good stuff. So basically he's selling medications for affordable prices to people who cannot afford them. It's amazing. Support that man. We cherish him. He is an angel sent from, not from the Bible. That's terrifying, those things. Sent from you know what? I'm gonna restart that sentence. I don't know what to say. He's awesome! Respect that man. Support him. We need more men like him. We need more people like him. Breaking news, a Louisiana judge revokes a child's custody from a woman who was essayed while she was underage, gives full custody to the perpetrator who impregnated her, and even forces her to pay child support to the perpetrator. RT, if you think that judge must be removed from the bench. There is so much wrong with this. Moving on. Trump was willing to do anything to hold on to his power. He was even okay with the murder of his own vice president. It doesn't get more evil than that. Wait, he was okay with what? Who was his vice president? Wasn't it that one guy? It was that one annoying guy who was weird. Yes, President Biden fell on his bike. To Donald Trump, a bike is something you ride when you have the physical strength to lift your own knees. Okay, and? People fall on their bikes all the time. One example that's like the most apparent to me about when I fell on my bike, so I used to bike to school, because I was so cool. So during that summer, my older brother had taught me how to uh go up like a square curb, right? Um, so I did it all the time. I thought it was the most coolest thing. But I accidentally angled my bike wrong while I was trying to get up onto the curb, and I fell, and I was, I was, well, I didn't cry because it didn't hurt, but I was so terrified. I, I've never done it since. I might do it again one day, but like, it's those tiny things like that. I know it like it seems like the stupidest thing, but one tiny rock and you fall. There was this one guy biking to school once, and it was icy, and he fell in the road, and like it's not embarrassing. Not everyone is going to 100% of the time be able to ride their bike without fault. Just like car accidents. When car accidents happen, it's not I mean, people aren't like, "Huh, you got in a car accident? That's so embarrassing." It might feel embarrassing because we're taught that like those things are embarrassing. They're not embarrassing. It's okay to fall over. I I fall over all the time, especially during the winter and there's ice. I always trip on that ice. You just warn other people there's ice afterwards. If they see you fall, they'll know there's ice. I sliced open my entire hand and I was like, "Oh, well, didn't expect that." Like if people are good people, they will help you. Like someone helped me clean out my hand right there on the road. We were both just kids, but like humans should be there for each other like kids are. Cuz I've never had a little kid be like rude. I've never had them treat me like adults do. Some adults are just jerks for no reason. I miss that bond that you have in elementary school with your friends, like, and everyone, because it's just a different bond. And then when you get to middle school, it's like suddenly no one likes you anymore, and they're all trying to act older than they are. And by doing that, they're just becoming total pieces of poo. What was I? Oh, yeah. It's okay to fall off your bike, people. Movies in the 80s. In the 2000s, we'll have flying cars, robot housekeepers, and interstellar travel. 2022. Deodorant still rubs off on the inside of your shirt, and some people think the earth is flat. Yeah, my deodorant does that, and like it stains the inside of my shirt white, and like when my mom cleans my clothes, she's like, "What the heck? Why is there so much?" um, it's not because I put on excessive amounts or anything. It's just it really does stain. Um, it's better than smelling like crap though. Also, teenagers, wear your deodorant. I don't care what gender you identify as. Wear deodorant because yes, you do stink. Sometimes. I hate it when people are like, "Oh no, I don't stink. I don't use deodorant." And I'm like, "No, you definitely smell." Especially in middle school. High school wasn't as bad. Wear your deodorant. I was a churchgoer for 37 years and never heard a preacher be partisan until 2000. Partisan. I've heard that word before, but I don't remember what it means. My pastor told the congregation if we voted for Gore, we were voting for the devil. I got up and left the sermon. I turned him into the IRS the next day. He ended up losing the church. Okay. Speaking of the devil. Wait. That's not what I meant. Speaking of the devil. Anyways, the devil isn't bad. Like, God killed millions of people, and like, compared to the underworld deities of Christianity and Catholicism, I don't really know who's the bad guy, right? Like, Satan killed approximately 10 people. in the Bible, whereas God killed millions. It's kind of reminds me of the Zeus Hades situation. Yes, I am a complete nerd, and please don't come at me. But basically, Hades was a good guy. He barely did anything wrong, except maybe kidnap his wife. But that isn't 100% confirmed because there are multiple versions of the myth. But anyways, Zeus was the one who struck people with lightning, killing them for no reason at all, and he gave them terrible punishments. Hades barely punished people like Zeus did. Like, what he did, Zeus was the one who put Prometheus on a secluded island, chained to the rocks to be delivered every day by an eagle. Sorry, it's falcon. Eagle? Falcon. One of the two. It was a bird of prey. But yes, delivered, like, get his liver taken out. I'm so stupid. Please don't unsubscribe. I only have 7 of you. I don't have kids and probably never will. I support universal childcare and paid maternal leave. I'm never going back to college. I support free college. I don't make minimum wage. I support increasing it above the cost of living. This is called wanting a better life for people. Yes, agreed. I still plan on going to uni, though, and probably gonna end up making minimum wage at some point, but, yes. Paid maternity and paternity leave. Free college and university. Free education. Minimum wage should be above living wage. And wanting a better life for people. Yes. 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 Freedom of religion is freedom from religion. The United States is not a Christian nation. Louder for the people in the back. Yes. If you have the freedom of religion, you have the freedom to not religion. Which also means you have the freedom to do whatever you want in religious purposes. So, Christians who are hating on atheists and Satanists and whatnot for not believing in a higher power and all of that for no reason at all, and like hating on smaller religions or other religions, you're taking away that freedom of them being allowed to do whatever they want in the mind of religion. For those of you that don't know, Satanists are similar to atheists, but they follow the Church of Satan, which is basically, like, it's a really wholesome community. You should check it out. Myself, I'm a Satanist, but I also believe in other things, because one of the rules of being a Satanist is putting yourself before your religion, and you're allowed to do pretty much whatever as long as you don't hurt other people. And I love that. If Texas manages to successfully secede, I give it 5 to 10 years at most before it becomes a theocratic dictatorship with a level of political instability and infrastructure deterioration that would rival Nigeria or Ethiopia. Ethiopia. I did it. I pronounced the word. I'm sorry. It's funny, I can pronounce those words usually, but why would I need to pronounce them right now, right? Father's Day text from my kid. I forgot to tell you that I was at a drag bar on Friday and the bartender looked at my ID and asked me if I was related to you, and I told him you were my dad and he put my drinks on the house. Okay. Aliens invade. Earthlings, we have killed your leaders, destroyed your economy, and are here to take over your government. Humans, oh, thank effing God! Aliens, wait, what? What? That was supposed to hurt. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today because we went way over time again. I thought this one would be short because I'm stupid. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Bye.